Yeah, after careful consideration, I've decided I don't even want to spend 20 quid on a Vybz Kartel ticket. Firstly, everyone's live streaming it. Secondly, he sounds absolutely dreadful. I don't care if he's old. I don't care. He sounds absolutely dreadful. I'm gonna save my 20 quid, get a little score.
Funny. You're my boy. You remind me of my granddaddy. You know what your problem is? You think money grows on trees.
Something is up. I think when they released Vybz Kartel from prison, they gave him a certain mandate. He had to maintain a certain look. And that is wearing girl clothes. Because I see Vybz Kartel in a pink outfit.
When I see one, I see with an eyes. When I feel Alkaline in credit still. And I lie to you.
You know, for about a week now, I sit down and I think, I say, yo, why 450 now bigger? Because 450 are one of the most talented artists of this generation. Every one of the youth, the younger youth, them 450 is miles ahead in terms of writing and everything. But
earn your way, your way, your way, your way, your way. Who me? Every talk great with all of them.
Yo, watching them and I don't know, say high voltage they represent for Mavado TV and Orange and Kiwi. And every time them try to fight each other right beside we, all them going like them mighty, yo, them never going. Mavado them review never going.
Dancehall artists, them, they're not the same as how they used to be. The producers, them, are not the same as how they used to be. Trust me. The morality that used to surround dancehall is not the same as how it used to be. Also, the dancehall fans, the patriots who support various artists across the genre and the music itself, they're not the same as how they used to be, broski. Everyone is just playing a hypocrite role right now in the game. Even though they see that there are things to talk about and even to point out and even to call out their artists about, they're not going to do so. They become one bunch of hypocrite in dancehall. With all of that being said, you don't know, viewers and subscribers, you're in tune to Mavado TV right now with the touch of God. Some of them say the review God people, you hear me? I have a couple of clippings to share with you guys where this lady is pointing out Vybz Kartel to the world. The new Vybz Kartel, not the old one. She's pointing out what this Vybz Kartel is about. And trust me, she explains so much. I'm sure you guys want to stick around to hear it. But if you're not paying attention and listening with understanding, and if you don't know style and craft and pattern, you won't pick up on what she's saying. Everything is gonna fly over your head. That's not the only thing coming up in this video. Also, this brother is pointing out that 450 should be a bigger and a better artist. But Javi and Weekday and Midnight and early morning and late evening, all of them, they're stifling 450's career right now. I have something to say about that, but wait until we get to the clippings. There's one brother is pointing out that Alkaline is dominant, and there's a lot of people acting as if they don't see what went down at the Barclays Center with Alkaline and Bounty Killer. They're acting as if it's something simple and it's something normal. And I know it's not, cause that's dancehall father right there. Bounty Killer, grown Godzilla. We're gonna get into that. But before I do so, please to demonstrate what's on the screen. The likes and them thing the important. You see me? You know what about this? So subscribe, click the share button. Let's tap into the video. Listen to what the lady have to say about Vybz Kartel. Pre this.
When people get to know you, when you're 1, all the way up until you're 30, people get to know you and get comfortable with how they see you, with hair and teeth and all that stuff. And just as you get comfortable with teeth and you can smile and hair and you can do all kinds of things with your hair, bam! As you go down the hill, God decides, I'm taking the teeth, I'm taking the hair, I'm taking the limbs. You can't stand up straight anymore. You're crooked. Old age is very, very wicked. I don't know who is celebrating old age except for the wisdom that you gain. No, I'm saying all of this to say, I see Vybz Kartel. And listen, when it comes to health problems, we don't joke about that, okay? But we talk about getting older, as you say, because I'm not saying that. You know, age is a beautiful thing. Getting older is wonderful. That's a lie. It's not lie, because it's not the truth, I mean. Because guess what? I see Vybz Kartel in London. And trust me, this is Vybz Kartel on the stage. The only time I saw such a terrible performance was when Vybz Kartel acted in that movie where he tried to give that kick and he fell. Listen, Kartel is on stage, people, and Vybz Kartel is what kind of girl wine that Vybz Kartel doing? Something is up. I think when they released Vybz Kartel from prison, they gave him a certain mandate. He had to maintain a certain look, and that is where the girl clothes. Because I see Vybz Kartel in a pink outfit, and I tell you, Vybz Kartel, if you watch this video, I want that outfit. I have a function coming up, and I want it. It was nice and frilly, and it had lots of jukey things on the pants and frill. Oh my God, it was such a beautiful girl outfit. And then the one he's wearing in England in the concert looked like something I would wear on a nice Sunday while I'm lounging on my porch or in my garden, or if I'm in Jamaica, outside. Yeah, like I'll say to my neighbors, I'm outside. It's nice. It went nice, but listen, first of all, Vybz Kartel doesn't have the leg for that type of shorts. But anyway, this is the part that got my attention. Listen, remember, like I say, I'm getting older, people. So the back is not working, the knees are not working. So if I fall down, don't laugh, okay? So Vybz Kartel is on stage, man, and he's feeling the music. And when Vybz Kartel started to whine, it seemed like when he tried to go around, something got stuck in the hip, and so he had to come back this way. And then when he came this way, something got stuck there. So he tried to do it forward, but it seemed like something got stuck in his back. So as he was just trying to rotate and trying to fix the bearings and the balls in the hip and the back, somebody came to him and told him to step away from the stage. But you know, he's a rebel. So he's not used to people telling him what to do. So you see, he's like, we're not moving from here, so with the mic. Right here, somebody else see it, and they turn off. They turn off the mic. Vybz Kartel, those days when you can just boss up people, it's just not happening anymore. They're gonna turn off the mic. Yes, Vybz Kartel. It's almost like in his brain, he's like, really couldn't get it. Let me shift it this way. Let me put it back. Everywhere Vybz Kartel moved the hip, it got stuck. Listen, Vybz Kartel, when it comes to music or anything that you love, you should be able to do it until they take you out in a box. But I'm telling you, married to them, move to South London or Wales or Nottingham or some big beautiful area where you have lots of greens and have the grandkids running around and teach them how to do the music. Because right now, yeah, you can do your little sing-overs and whatever, but it seems like that time has passed. Enjoy yourself, big up yourself. But why? The outfit them loud. So I know the people them love Vybz Kartel, because if a certain artist ever come on stage in that, they would done him. Anyway, go and do and do your little wine vibe. It make me feel good. Now I feel like me can wine Vybz Kartel. I feel like I can, yes, what? I bet it's a new dance.
I'm wondering if you people get the concept and get all of the information that she's pouring out in her video that I share in my video. She's pointing out Vybz Kartel, clothes that he's wearing. She's saying the clothes that Vybz Kartel is wearing is from the Alphabet team. These clothes are not normal clothes, they're feminine clothes. Should I say more? No, Molly, then you should just leave the viewers and the subscribers to elaborate in the comment section. She's also pointing out that Vybz Kartel cannot perform anymore. She's pointing out that there are some artists out here, it's when the box, meaning when they're dead, when they're done, the breath lock off, that's when they lock off. But Vybz Kartel lock off with the breath in his body still. His career cut short like Nicki Minnie. She's pointing out that Vybz Kartel should embedded the music in his son and his grandkids, because for you cannot do anymore. You have reached that pinnacle and it's over for you, Vybz Kartel. Push some young youth forward. Should I explain more? No, I'm not going to. She said so much more. But you guys, I want to see the comments them. Let me know what you people learned from that video. She said so much about the world boss. Pay attention. Listen keenly. If you didn't hear it the first time, rewatch the video later or send it to one of your brethren or one of your family member who will explain what she's saying, because I really don't want to. Because if I do, Trust me, it's gonna be on a different level. I don't know if you guys know the video that I put out on my other channel the other day, pointing out what Spice is about with her performances on stage. If you haven't, go search that channel, Itachaga TV. Now we're gonna talk about 450 and Javi and Weekday. This man is pointing out a lot of logical things and factual things about 450 and his career since touching the dancehall scene. With no further ado, listen to what the man have to say, and then I'm gonna explain what he's saying. Pray this.
You know, for about a week now, I sit down and I think, I say, yo, why 450 not bigger? Because 450 are one of the most talented artists of this generation. Every one of the youth, the younger youth, them 450 is miles ahead in terms of writing and everything. But it's like him not get the credit to him deserve, and people actually rate him. You see, people rate 450 because him is actually an artist. The man is not a tomb artist, but I just feel like the levels of 450 if it there. Him not dead at level there. And me I wonder why, because I'm not talent. You see me, so I sit down and think, I look into everything. And me buy 450 album, and after listening to 450 album, I realize why now. I don't know if it's a choice or Javi make or 450 make, but the artist need to lose a little bit more. You see me, in terms of him need to advise some other producer too. I get some other tunes, I build some different fan base, some different, because every production house have a sound, you know. You see, because for example, me buy 450 album, and like after I start listening to it, the halfway into listening to it is like the song them different. Him have different storylines, him have different, but it's like I get the same feel out of everyone I'm sang them. And the reason why this happens is because he mainly vibes to the same, you see me, under the same move, under the same Javi Embassy, whether Falcon or Weekday or Javi. And every production house have a sound, you see me? And that's why when, first time when album a bill, one man will link Suku to play the drums them, or a man will link Sly and Rabbit them just to play the bass and the percussion, or a man will link Dan to get one certain sound, you see me? That's how music album usually creates, so it's like the album have a different feel, you see me? Because even when I can build different type of rhythm, every production house have a sound, that come like every house have a scent, but you already there, evident to you, but somebody will walk in your house, every house have a different scent, and it's not, means it's a bad scent, you see me? So I just feel like 450 or Javi, I don't know which one of them have a decision. I just feel like it dark for your voice with some other producers, where some other rhythms where I take out some different side of him and give him some different sound, different ideas. You see me? Even though I do that while around Javi, but as I say, me is a big fan of 450. One of my favorite artists. I buy 450 music them. I buy the album, I listen to it. But while listening the album, it's like, I get the same feel. Even though the lyrics different, the topics different, I get the same feel. So I don't want nobody take this as a dislike, yo. Me a this 450 I know say the dog fully book out, and me know everything. Me know all of that. The dog fully book out, and him is doing very well for himself. But me as a person just feel like 450 deserve more. Him deserve way more, brother. You see me? But me just feel like at the sounds, you see me, like, if him voice over here, so the producer have a different type of rhythm or a different lane where I'm gonna take. And if him voice over this, and that's why Kartel and Mavado always so dominant, because it's like everything Mavado up and it always different. Cause my voice first over here, so my voice is Chimney, my voice is Steve, my voice is Baby G, my voice is Demarco, my voice is TJ, and whole heap of other producers. You see me, Jam 2, you see me? Yeah, brother. So that's just my take. So 450 deserve way more, but at the sound, you see me, that's why Anjafi them great at promotion and everything, but some of the time it's like we feel like we hear that sound before. And it's not that say, it's a bad thing, but it's when you can hear a song and say, if a demon girl enough size, it bounce different, but it's like you just know say it's a Jaffy them.
Remember that 450 is in a segregation lane right now. Pairing with Javi and Weekday. Linking, like with the Alkaline, and like you don't know the badness go with the Mavado. And all of these things play a part in 450's career. The segregation, not collaborating with other dancehall artists, not linking with nobody from the Gaza, not saying Cartel, not looking in Vybz Kartel direction, that's also an impact on 450's career. Remember that Vybz Kartel called out 450 a couple of times since touching the road, since the man forward from the bin. The man pointed out that 450 is also a talent that we need to embrace and we need to tap into as consumers of dancehall out here. And he's not lying. But remember that 450 take a side in so much word, and that will strangle the artist's career to an extent. 450 need to spread his wings surreal and do some more collabs with some other big producers so you can bring different sound, different cadence, you can find different pensive skills, different energy, different approach, doings. That's how it works. Of course, the man have a point when he point out that Vybz Kartel and Mavado them, that's why they never stay in their prime, because they used to spread their wings across the genre and across dancehall and work with various producers. And that's just the truth, viewers and subscribers. So leave your thoughts. Let me know what you people think about what the man just pointed out with 450. Yes, 450 is the more talented artist when it comes to the young artists. Them more than Skeng, more than Joshy, more than Silk Bass. All of these guys, you know, even Molly Dan, 450 is a better artist than all of these youths. But 450 kind of put himself in a little circle, in a little bubble, in a box. Can't box yourself in with so much talent, broski. Spread your wings. Nothing is impossible. Trust me. Believe. Do it, man. People know. This man is pointing out that Alkaline is a troubling dancehall. But not in a bad way. Alkaline is here to stay. Alkaline is dominant. Alkaline stay in dancehall already. Listen to what Redbeard have to say about the Vendetta boss.
What a getaway.
When I see when I see with an eyes. When I feel Alkaline in credit still. Nah, I lie to you. Say anything once say about him. He was talented. He would. That's why I say you can't be bad mind and charge. Bad mind and something good. Because when you're bad mind, you cloud your judgment. You make you blind to certain things. You can't see greatness. You know what I'm saying? Everybody have been time. Bunty have theme time, Cartel have theme time, Mavado have theme time, Alkaline time right now. That nigga's a problem. That nigga's a problem. That Barclay Center performance, y'all don't want to talk about it, right? That was some classic shit, what he did. That was some big shit, big performance, Alkaline. Big up yourself, that tower.
I do agree with every word that the general just said. If you ask me, I'll be like, you move out our way and get away. You know, see, that away. How we run a place? How we do it now? Of course, Alkaline is here to stay. Alkaline stay in dancehall, of course. It's a column that no one cannot move. There's no way you can break this column unless Alkaline choose to break that column. Alkaline gonna have to say or do something folly, stupid in the media in order for him to fall. And knowing this artist, he calculate every move and everything that he does and do in the dancehall space over the years. So we know that Alkaline is only gonna get better and better and greater and greater. Remember that the lady just point out that some people need to start wobble. They might wobble like bicycle wheel. Some people out here are getting to that point where they're not going to be, you know, in that right like shape and frame of mind and also health and doings to continue their craft. So, of course, there are going to be people out here who are talented to take that spot. And Alkaline is the artist who is in line already to replace one of the giants. It's either Mavado or Vybz Kartel. I don't know where the other replacement is forwarding from. I don't know which artist will step up to the forefront, but Alkaline is ready to take up that, you know, that column spot. Remember that Mavado and Kartel column doings in dancehall is not simple, it's not easy, it's not normal. But Alkaline has rise to the occasion to a certain level in dancehall, and we can say, yes, Alkaline can replace Kartel. Who will replace Mavado? And we can say Alkaline can replace Mavado. Who will replace Vybz Kartel? That's what we're waiting to see. Alkaline is here to say, nobody cannot tell us anything or tell me anything different. The Vendetta boss stamp his name and his brand around here. Alkaline ain't leaving anytime soon. He come like a good tenant to rent a room from me. And then pay them rent every month. They're not moving. They have been living in the basement for the past 5 years. Slam them and blam them.